back to another episode of Treasure Hunting Sonic. In this episode, we're going to do one group of Sonic items that has been highly requested ever since I started this channel, and that's Sega World Sydney items. Quick backstory on Sega World Sydney: it was open from 1998 to 2000, closed shortly after the 2000 Olympics in Sydney, Australia. It was located in Darling Harbour, and they had a website that you could buy stuff on for super cheap all the way up until, I think, early 2000. A lot of these items I did buy myself back then, which was easier said than done. A lot of them also came from eBay and various other collectors throughout the years. So starting off, this is just a basic Sega World sticker. And they would send me these. I used to have about 10 of them. They would send me these whenever I placed an order or whatever. They would send like 2 or 3 in each box. I've given these out to several other collectors throughout the years, but I still have 2 for myself. I'm going to breeze through a couple things I've kind of shown before in videos, like the Sonic binders and stuff like that. So here are 2 of the past cards. You got Knuckles and Sally. There was also Sonic and Dr. Robotnik. And I used to talk to a former Sega World Sydney employee on Instagram, and she was telling me about how she would get off work and these would be laying in the gutter just like that. So could you imagine that? Seeing these passes and the maps and stuff just laying in gutters? Could you imagine the amount of money you could make now if you had all that? So moving on, here's the map, Sega World Sydney. You can see Sonic and Sally and Knuckles there, Robotnik. Don't see Tails. Ozmail Internet? Ozmail Internet. Guessing that was an Australian thing. This map is very fragile. And that's a lot of the reason it took me so long to do this video, just because a lot of my Sega World Sydney merch is so fragile and hard to get to, being where it's placed. There's their slogan, "Get out of the house." Right in the middle is that's what the building looked like. There's Sonic and Tails. There's Sally, Robotnik, and Knuckles, and that was where they had the stage show. The Rail Chase attraction, Aqua Nova attraction. There's a little arcade. They also had a Nickelodeon attraction as well. Looks like there's some kind of futuristic looking bumper cars, roller coaster, theater. Some kind of sports attraction, I guess. At the top here it says 10 reasons why you should get out of the house, and I just noticed today that there's 10 reasons written all around the edge of the map. Flipping the map over, it's actually a map of Sydney. You can see the Sega World building right there. Bunch of hotels, other sights to see, the bridge. There's the Opera House over there. Really would have been something to see before it closed. This is a loyalty card. A lot of Sega World Sonic items have blue arms, in case you didn't notice. You could buy Coca-Cola, other stuff like that, and get stamps. So 7 stamps, you got a free medium Coke. 15 stamp, you got a Coca-Cola gift. 20 stamp, you got a free URP. I don't know what that is. Pass, maybe? And in this video, this is only part 1. I can't show everything here. I won't be showing any plushes or clothes or anything like that, but I will do a part 2. So this is an envelope. They sent me this along with a replacement Tails cup that I'm going to show you later, because the first one I received was crushed. It's got Sally there. Not too often you see that render of Sonic from the back. This one doesn't have blue arms. I've never actually seen another collector with one of these. I used to have 2, and I did send it to a fellow collector who's a friend of mine that actually has given me a lot of stuff, so I wanted to give him one. This is the Tails cup I was talking about. Just a simple red cup with Tails on it. They had a blue cup with Sally. They had a greenish cup with Sally. They had a what color was it? I think they had like an orange cup with Eggman, and they had a Knuckles cup as well. Here's a couple hats. First one has Sonic, Tails, and Robotnik and says "Got a juice." Showed this before in the video where I showed all my Sonic hats. This is a very rare Princess Sally hat. See her hands busting through right there, it says Princess Sally. I have not yet been brave enough to rock that out in public. Here you have a Coca-Cola cup. Sally holding the Coke right there. Sonic holding a Coke. And a lot of collectors have these now because if I recall correctly, somebody who used to be a vendor or something like that found a whole bunch of them in his storage unit or garage or something like that and sold them all on eBay. So a whole bunch of Sonic collectors now have these. It's pretty cool because a lot of people always wanted Sally items. Now they have them. Here's a small bag that I recently showed you guys as well. I do have a huge bag, but it's pinned up to the back of one of my displays, so I can't really get to it. Sticker sheet that I've also shown before. And I recently made a post where I showed the back of this. I had never shown the back before, but it has descriptions about each of the 4 characters. And it actually makes reference to Robotnik, which I thought was pretty funny. This I actually got yesterday, from the time I filmed this video. It's a E-Zone Sega World token. It was very cheap, it was only a couple dollars, so I said why not. I like anything Sega World. Doesn't have Sonic on it, but it's still cool. Alright, now we're getting into some really interesting items. Here we have the Sonic hand puppet. My hand's a little bit too big for it, so I can barely move. Stick your hand in there. Can move his arms, can move his head. His head is pretty much the same head as the medium Sonic plush. So I imagine they just kind of hollowed out the body. There was also Sally, Eggman, Robotnik, I'm sorry, and I want to say there wasn't a Tails or a Knuckles. I don't ever remember seeing those, or it could have been though. I could be wrong. One of the coolest items is this Tails water bottle, or as they called it, sippy cup. These things are pretty tall. And this actually looks like a 3D model of this Sonic Saturday morning cartoon Tails, where he's brown. Do a little exorcist here. Is that creepy? There was a Sonic, Sally, and Eggman Robotnik sippy cup as well. I've seen the Sally one in someone else's collection, but I think I've seen the Robotnik too, but I don't think I've ever seen the Sonic in anyone else's. Here we have bendy figure of Sonic. It's got quite a bit of paint damage on him. These were not made to last. You can bend them and pose them however you want. And here we have Dr. Robotnik. This is really the only movable Robotnik figure we got that's based on the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog Robotnik. And last but not least, for this first part of the video, is the Sega World Sydney Snow Globe. And I know you guys have seen me talk about this a lot, especially if you follow me on my social media pages. But this is definitely up there as one of my favorite Sonic items. I would say it's probably number 2. A lot of people, you know, like to make fun of the paint job and everything, but it is what it is. There's only, okay, so I was gonna say there's 3 Sonic Snow Globes in existence, but I have never seen, other than the stock image, an actual smaller snow globe that Sega World Sydney had. They had one where he was like kind of in the middle reading a book, but I've never seen it other than the stock image. This one features Sally, Tails, Knuckles, and Sonic around the edges. And you got Dr. Robotnik with a Burrowbot there in the middle. Besides this one, I only know one other collector that owns one. And his actually had a leak, so all the water leaked out and it filled with like this black dusty muck, so it's not in very good condition. Mine's in pretty good shape. Sally's thumb is broken off and Knuckles' nose is missing. Gotta be very careful with this thing. It's got the Sega World Sydney logo there on the bottom. It's got some snow inside. I'm not going to shake it for obvious reasons. And the third Sonic Snow Globe that I forgot to mention is a Macy's Parade Snow Globe from 2012. That one's a lot more easier to find. So that's really it for the first part of the Sega World Sydney merchandise. Like I said, I do have more. I got plushes, I got a couple pins, several clothes, and there's one other special item that I don't remember where I put. So once I get all that together, I'll do a second part of this video and show all that. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Look forward to the second one, and I am going to try to revive the Sonic Tales series too, and do a new episode where I talk, you know, in depth about Sega World Sydney and the experiences I had buying online, getting the merchandise, what it was like. So thanks for watching. See you guys next time.